Hello, my name's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how you can become a minimalist on a budget. Over the past year I've been trawling the internet finding the best ways and cheapest ways in which you can become a minimalist. And as I was searching online, all I found were endless lists of items to buy. And it just kind of backed my brain really that why would we be wanting to buy more things when we're trying to become minimalist. So as I began decluttering my home, I realised that there were lots of things that I could do to become a minimalist that didn't really need to cost anything. So I wanted to share those ideas with you today. So here is a list of 7 things that you can do to become a minimalist whilst on a budget. So the first thing to do is to make sure that you are creating your own spreadsheet to track your income. You don't need to purchase diaries, budget planners and things like that. You can just use a plain spreadsheet or a Word document so you can list all the items that go out each month, how much they cost next to it, and then you can have a list of how much income you get and find the difference. It's as simple as that when you're creating a spreadsheet, when you're trying to track your spending, and you don't need to go fancy to do that. My next tip is about savings. So this is because as you become more minimal and you start decluttering your home, what you will discover is that actually you have a lot of spare time and a lot of spare money because you're not buying those things on a regular basis that are coming into your home like you used to. And the best thing you can do and the simplest thing you can do with that extra money is to put it into an ISA, lock it away, and then it's still easy access and it's just an easy way of keeping that spare money in tow. You still have access to it whenever you need it, but it is a safer place to put it than just leaving it in your bank account. My next tip is to reduce the amount of furniture that you have by selling it for cash. So as you get rid of all of the items that you no longer need, you'll find that you have a lot of furniture items and storage items that actually no longer serve a purpose. Because when you start reducing the amount of things in your home, you have less need to store things. And so it naturally makes sense to declutter those furniture items as well. And you can make cash from that. Furniture does hold relatively well its value. So there are usually ways in which you can either donate or sell. But if you sell, then at least then you're going to have some income coming in as well. And alternatively, if you want to make a little bit more money with the furniture, you could upcycle them as well. So what you could do is sand it down, repaint it, and then try and sell it for a little bit of profit. My next tip as a minimalist is to use up items that you already have. This can be relative to a number of different items such as shampoos, conditioner, food items. It could be to do with any makeup products. The reality is that you don't need to keep a humongous stock of items in your home. This is when we start to see extra surplus things and extra clutter because we have too many of each item. So get into the habit of using up items and just buying a spare when you're about to run out. I know there was a situation within the pandemic when lots of people were panic buying, but realistically we don't need a whole cupboard full of lube oil, we don't need a whole selection of shampoos in our cupboards. We just need one shampoo that we're using and maybe one spare in the cupboard. As soon as we open the new product, that's when we buy the spare. But get into the habit of using up all the items that you already have. If you're using up the items, then you're not actually going to be spending on those items for a little while. So if you've already got 5 different shampoos, you can work your way through those and probably not have to buy shampoo for another year. So using up all the items will save you money. Following on from this, only replace items that are essential to you. So as you begin using up all of those items, what you can do then is only replace the things that you really thought gave value to you. So were they good shampoos? Did you really like a certain shampoo? Then replace the item. Don't buy things that you weren't quite happy with. Same with makeup. Get into a core selection of makeup that you use and then only buy replacements when they are running out. My next tip is to avoid buying storage furniture. When people start decluttering and minimalising, they are very tempted to buy different units to reorganise and restore their items. But what you're actually doing is just adding to the problem. You're adding more furniture and then you're allowing yourself to keep a lot more items than you should be. If you're trying to declutter, as you get rid of these items, you should not have a need to store them. That's the logic in theory. So do not buy any storage furniture until you've got to the point where you've completely decluttered your home and you know that it's actually going to serve a purpose for you. My next tip is to not buy duplicates. Know what you have so you can avoid doing this. So this means that you need to know all the items that you have in your home so that you know that you're not going to be buying things that you already have. And if you do feel like you need to buy some things, make sure you write it on a list. Then when you're going out food shopping or clothes shopping or furniture shopping, you know you're only buying something that actually you need or actually is replacing something. So you're not so tempted to just buy extra things that actually aren't going to add value to your life. As you can see, all of the tips that I have suggested have not cost a single thing. You don't need to buy things to become a minimalist. The idea is that you are getting rid of things. It's not an expensive thing to do. It is about changing your mindset and how you attach value to things. You don't need fancy tools or tricks. You just need a pragmatic approach to becoming a minimalist. What should happen is that your home becomes a place of joy and of wonder, rather than somewhere that you find frustrating or cluttered. Hopefully this will help you take the plunge into decluttering items around your home and thinking about how you can adapt a minimalist attitude and mindset moving forward. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to see more videos on minimalism, decluttering and my no spend year. Take care, bye.